his letter to the Romans in a typical style. He lists people who are faithfully devoting themselves to the work and the ministry. And as I read through these names, a lot of times I just kind of pass over them. But this time I really thought about how each and every one of these people are following Paul's leadership and his work and actually spreading the gospel. And he mentions just the great things that they're doing, how some of them are being persecuted and imprisoned for the gospel, how others are opening their homes to host churches or life groups like we do, how others are just encouraging, faithfully giving to the ministry. Some are first followers or first believers in their family or their community. And it really made me think that, Paul is a great visionary leader. But where the gospel spreads, those leaders are surrounded by faithful followers who do the everyday work of the ministry. And I just think that's a great encouragement to us. God may put great leaders in our lives to lead our church family or lead just the spread of the gospel, but it requires each and every one of us to follow that and to do our part, to do what God has called us to do, to be encouragers, to be supporters, to risk our lives, to take a risk to spread the gospel. And I think of just our great missionaries around the world that we're partnered with, and how being able to visit these fields, we have great pastors and leaders, but it's the followers, the individual followers in each of our church communities that do the daily work to spread the gospel. And I mean, if you think big picture wise, Paul brought the gospel to different areas of the world, but it was followed by faithful followers doing the everyday things that God was calling them to do that eventually allowed that gospel to spread. And eventually that is responsible for our opportunity to know about the good news of Jesus Christ, to accept that, to become a follower ourselves. And so I think as we close the book of Romans, we just should be inspired by these names that are listed and how Paul is so thankful for their fellowship, their partnership in ministry. We ought to ask God, am I doing everything that you've called me to do? Or what areas can you call me to up my game and ministry and service and encouragement and support? Whatever it is, Jesus, my answer is yes. Use me to fulfill your work in this world. And let us be inspired daily that God, the God of the universe, has chosen us to work through us, to bring hope and to bring life to this world through the gospel of Jesus. And so let's just really passionately pursue that. Ask God to use us in brand new ways and to help us have a heart of faithfulness and passion for his calling.